Welcome to Coffee with Runners. This is our first episode where we introduce runners of Bangalore, Karnataka, and India as well. So, today we have a runner. He is pretty much well known in runners fraternity of Bangalore. I'll just go through some of the stats of his running. Till now, he has run 498 runs, which is recorded on Strava. Total distance of 5,021 kilometers. His 10K PB is 48 minutes 59 seconds. His 20 half marathon PB is 1 hour 47 minutes. His full marathon PB is 3 hours 51 minutes as recorded on Strava. He usually runs 3 to 4 runs every week. Year to date in 2024, he has run 634 kilometers, which is actually impressive. All this data actually tell us one thing: consistency and discipline. So let's introduce Darshan. Hi, sir.
Hi, Suhas. Thank you so much.
Thank you for agreeing to do this. We are really honored that you are doing this. We know that you are pretty well known person in runners fraternity of Bangalore, but there are quite a lot of people who doesn't know you. So can you just give a brief intro about you, your running journey, as well as your personal and professional background?
Yeah, thank you so much for coming in and hosting this. It's a pleasure to be with you. When you say introduction, I feel introductions are slightly funny. This goes back to my interview days. The interviewer first question would be, introduce yourself or tell me about yourself. So those days, like I used to prepare for providing my introduction. If I had to tell myself in a one word, I call myself as a daring Darshan because I love to do the things which not many people are willing to do, be in terms of work or running, or for that matter, I would like to take challenges. My full name is Darshan Kuniganahalli Netranand. In Kannada, Halli means it's a small village. I come from a village from Hassan. I did my schooling in Kushal Nagar. Then later I did my higher studies from Mysore. I've been settled in Bangalore for almost all 15 years. I live with my parents. I have a beautiful wife and a teenager kid. By profession, I lead Probe 42, which is an information service provider company. We help organizations in qualifying the leads and also do the due diligence. We have been extensively used by almost all the banks and corporates. Apart from these, I love to do the running as well as building communities. So I am part of Bangalore Sports Foundation and lead an initiative called Odona Bunny, which is a community run which happens first Sunday of every month, which is something very close to my heart.
Right. So you are an engineer, is it?
No, I am an MBA graduate.
Okay, you did BCom and
Yeah,
MBA. You did all of that in Mysore itself,
Mysore.
and then you came to Bangalore for work.
Correct.
Okay, okay. And during your college days, were you into any sport like badminton or cricket or anything?
No, that is so surprising. I was like more of an indoor person. I never played any sport and I never watch any sport, including be it IPL or any of the sport. Like I used to play chess, like I was an indoor person. I never played any sport.
So how did that running come to your life? When did it come and how did it come?
I can say myself, I am an accidental runner. My running journey started when I wanted to go for a Himalayan trek with the India Hikes. Then the India Hikes told that you have to provide proof that you will be able to run, walk 5 kilometers within 30 minutes. That is where I started preparing for the runs. I was just running in Indranagar 100 feet road and I saw a bunch of people in front of Adidas stores doing warm up, running in a group. and wearing all the the fancy gears. So I was slightly hesitant to go and ask them. Few reasons. One, I didn't know that whether they will be judging me because I was just starting
Total
into
beginner.
the
Yeah.
running. And the second thing, I thought, okay, this will be like more of a paid
Right.
sessions, so I did not go. But after 2 days, I took a courage to go and ask. I went to the store early morning around 5:30. The store was not even open. Then I met a guy. Still remember his name, Pavan, 5 years back. Then I asked him. He was very welcoming, and he guided me, saying that these are all the free runs. We have to download an Adidas app. Come every week. 3 days. So
Right.
I was surprised. That's where my running journey started.
So this was in which year exactly?
This is like almost all 6 years back.
2019, around
Yeah,
2020.
2020 year.
It was during post COVID, or
Yeah, it was like post COVID.
okay, okay. And all the 6 years you have been running.
Yeah, I'm almost all. I've been since last 2 years. I took it slightly serious.
Okay. So right now, what is your age, sir?
I am 42.
42. So you started your running journey at 36 around.
Correct.
Until before 30, 36, were you doing any kind of physical activity, gym or walking?
Nothing. Even like my complete the lifestyle was like more of a sedentary life. I never used to go out and play. Like I was more of an indoor person.
Right. And you said that you had to certificate, submit the certificate of running 5K, whatever the Strava screenshot or whatever, to India Hikes, right?
Correct.
To run that 5K, how long did that take?
So initially, I started walking, but I have a habit of taking things very seriously. Like if I have to do, you know, I have to do it, and I have slightly less patience. So I started first day. I just walk. I couldn't control. I just then again immediately started running. I was able to run 5 kilometers in 40 minutes. Then I thought, I can just improve my running. So that's how it continued.
Do you remember, like, by the time you completed the 5K, that particular run, before that, how many runs did you do to reach that 5K without stopping? Do you remember
See, that particular time, I was not using any of
any?
the devices or wearables. Probably, I don't remember, maybe some three, four.
Because when we started, which was also during COVID itself, to reach 5K, I think we took around maybe 4 to 5 weeks. So we slowly pushed ourselves and then we reached that 5K.
No, I don't think so. Like, like I would have graduated to 5K maybe within 10 days of
Oh, within
time.
10 days itself,
Yeah,
without stopping.
without stopping.
Oh, that's really nice. From doing no activity, physical activity, to starting to run, and in 10 days, if you have completed 5K, means that's really great. And how did the transition from 5K to 10K go? Because 5K you ran and you submitted the certificate to the India Hikes.
Correct.
You went to the trek and came back. And then what made you to continue running? Because your purpose was served at that time. And what made you to continue running and push your distance?
Like one thing, like when I started running or training, during that particular process, maybe I think I fall in love with running.
Hmm.
So one thought has come to my mind that every day, like we work for 8 hours, so why can't I run for 8 kilometers? So that's how like I graduated from 5 kilometers to 8 kilometers. And also during this particular process, the Adidas running community has helped me a lot. And when I was started running with the group, I did not notice that, okay, the coach used to push, and that's how I graduated from 5K to 10K.
So at those days, how many days per week were you running?
I was running only one day. That I used to run only on Saturdays, and it
You
was
were
not
a
a.
weekend runner,
Yeah, I was a weekend runner.
right? And how did the what was the transition like when you started doing it on a regular basis, more than 1 day a week? When did it happen? How did it happen?
See, I am from sales, right? Like we used to get the target. Like once you achieve your target, we will be setting up the next target. And always my founder has believed in the exponential targets. So I did 10K. So the next one, when I looked into it, was a half
Half marathon.
marathon, 21 kilometers. I set up a goal that like I have to achieve 21 kilometers. So in order to do a 21 kilometers, I realized training 1 day is not sufficient. So I had to increase my mileage. That's how I progressed in the run.
So until doing 21 kilometers, you were still a weekend runner.
Yeah, like until I signed up for a half marathon, like I used to run only 1 day a week.
So we can say that even by doing one, even by running 1 day a week, you can still be a 10K runner and more than 10K. If
Yeah,
you are consistent, if you do that one run every week, you can still increase your mileage, distance to 10K and more.
I believe the humans are born runners. If you just look into our the ancestors, they used to go out, run, hunt, even for food.
Right.
So according to me, like 1 day is good enough for a 10K.
Right. When you were running that 10K, how was your, after the run, how were you feeling? Were you exhausted or were those runs very comfortable? Because running 1 day a week, if, remembering my days, I wasn't so comfortable when I was running 1 day a week. I used to, lose my endurance.
So in my case, I did not find it as a kind of a difficulty. So initial days after running a 10K, I used to come and completely rest or sleep at home. But again, because of the community, like after the run, like we used to go for a coffee or a breakfast. I mean, I did not find it as a painful activity. Maybe I just started liking that activity, so I did not find it as a difficult.
So, what was the point where running stopped being an exercise and started being more like a fun activity, or kind of you? When did you start enjoying the run more than feeling it like a exercise?
See, I work for Probe 42, and coincidentally, the marathon distance is also
42, yeah, 195.
42.193. So I decided that I want to do one full marathon, and luckily my ex boss Sheetal, she was also into fitness and running. She inspired me a lot. So then I took it as a challenge that okay, let me do at least one full marathon, and I started training towards that. So then I started enjoying the process, be it the interval runs or a tempo, or I enjoyed the long runs, because that is where it leads to the mental barrier.
Toughness, yeah. You said you started running in 2020 around, and you ran your first 5K after 10 days itself.
Yes, right.
And from there, how long did it take for you to run your first 10K?
I think if I remember correctly, probably I think it is less than 30 days. There was a race which was available, and I went and signed up for that particular race.
So, did you complete it comfortably, or were you exhausted after the run?
No, I was able to do in I think like the 10 kilometers. I was able to do it in 70 minutes.
So that was a comfortable
That
run.
was my
You did
comfortable
not
run.
take any breaks in between.
No.
And from 10K, so after 1 month, you ran your first 10K. From there to first half marathon, how long did it take?
As I was telling you that I had the less patience, I
Right.
think I took another 3 months to do my half marathon.
So within 4 months, you went from zero to half marathon, and all this happened with only one run per week.
Yeah, till half marathon, like almost all one
One
run.
run per week.
And some days, some weeks, like I used to, skip that run as well.
Oh, okay. So basically, you pushed yourself.
Yeah,
You did not train properly, but you pushed yourself to increase the distance.
correct.
And from half marathon to your first full marathon, when did you sign up for your full marathon?
Um, See, it is less than a year.
Okay,
So I remember like one of the coach was saying that like you're not ready, you are too early to sign up for a full marathon. So what I had to do is I had to change the coach because he was not willing. Like he was saying, no, you have to wait for 2 years. Like
right,
I was in a hurry that
right.
I had to change my coach.
But definitely, it is not recommended to run full marathon in 1 year, right? Did you train for it, or you continue to run one or how many runs per day were you doing that time
No,
per week?
when I was just training for my the full marathon, I increased my mileage. My mileage was, I think it was around close to 40 kilometers
Per week.
per week, and I used to do 2 to 3 runs.
Okay. And what was the workouts like? Until then, were you introduced to speed workouts like intervals and tempo runs?
Yeah,
Were you aware of all of those?
by the time I registered for my first full marathon, then I got all these jargons like what is PB, the DNF or a DNS, uh, tempo runs and intervals. I did some the research on those things, like why these are helpful. Uh, First marathon, yeah, I was aware of it.
And did you train under any trainer, personal trainer?
No, not for the first marathon. The first marathon, like my objective or a goal was that I had to finish.
Finish.
There was no timing in my mind, like whatever the timing it will be, it will be a PB for me because that was my
Right,
first marathon.
right.
I trained myself. Uh,
Okay. So, but your friends were there to guide you how to. And even then, you were doing group runs. You were going with the group, Adidas group.
I used to. I was part of Adidas group, but when you start doing your the long runs, like not everybody will be willing to do.
Right.
So from the larger group, we formed a smaller group of 2 to 3 members, and we started training together.
Right. From half marathon to full marathon, in that journey, like how did you increase your long run distances? Like from 21, what was the steps? And those things happened in what duration? How long?
So generally, I used to do my long runs on Saturdays. I had a good friend, Swaroop. Me and Swaroop were training together. Every week, we decided that we will increase by 1 kilometer or a 2 kilometers, and we started pushing. Once week we did 12 kilometers, then from 12 to 14, 14 to 16. By the time we went for a tapering down, like we touched 135 kilometers during the first full marathon.
35 kilometers, you had run one
Yeah,
run. And after that, you tapered down.
correct.
And those build phase, those long runs, how comfortable were they? Because usually during my training as well, up till 30 kilometers, I was comfortable. After that, I used to get dizziness, and maybe because of the electrolyte loss and body not being those so strong to handle that distance and all that. So my body was giving warnings like too much of muscle soreness or dizziness, and I had to stop because or else I would have fallen down, something like that.
Yeah.
How was it in your case while
So I
you were
have
building?
the different opinion here. Actually, the signals were not from your body.
Okay,
Actually, the signals were from your mind,
okay,
and mind start to tell you the lot of stories. It might ask you to give up, it might ask you to slow down or stop. This is where uh, my uh, Vipassana, would have helped me. I did Vipassana course 4 years back, which is a 10-day program where will not be speaking to anyone, completely meditation program where it helped me to train my mind and I become more disciplined. So I applied those kind of the logics in my training as well. Yeah, I used to say that I used to get tired, like, okay, once I do a 12 kilometers, then my mind used to say, okay, stop. Then we used to push a little bit more and we used to stop. And it's not that we did not listen to the body, like we did, but we pushed as well.
So your Vipassana helped you to be more mentally strong, is what you're saying.
Yeah, I give that credit to that. It helped me a lot.
What exactly is Vipassana like?
So Vipassana is a 10-day program. It's completely a free program. You have to go there and you will be completely away from your family. You can't take your mobile over there, and you have to get up at 4 o'clock. And I used to meditate for almost all 7 to 8 hours a day. I did that for the 10 days. It's I can say that it's one of the life changing session or a moment for me.
Those meditation sessions, how long were those used to happen?
Like we used to sit for hours together, like 2 hours, 4 hours continuously. We used to wake up at 4 o'clock, then 4:30 to 6:30. Like we used to have a breakfast at 6:30, then again 11 o'clock. Used to have a early lunch. Lunch we used to have at 12 o'clock, and there was no dinner at 6 o'clock. We used to have a small brunch and sleep by 9 o'clock. So these sessions were,
Right.
very intensive sessions.
So you have been carrying that even after that 10-day program also. You
I
have
wish
incorporated that in your life, is it?
I could have. After coming from that, for the 1 year, I completely, followed up saying that every day I used to meditate close to an hour. But since last 2 years, because of various reasons, I cut down from 1 hour to 15 to 20 minutes a day.
You do that in the morning, is it?
Yeah, my day starts. I'm been a early raiser. Like for the last 4 years, I've been waking up before 5 o'clock, be it weekday, weekend, or whatever the time I sleep. So I do like 15 to 20 minutes of meditation. Then, depending upon the workout plan, either I do a strength training or a run. Early morning runs helps me a lot. It gives me a lot of clarity.
Right. So take us through your entire day. Like, how does your usual day look like from morning 5 a.m. Waking up at 5 a.m. till sleeping in the night?
See, once I wake up, I do like 15 to 20 minutes of meditation, and depending upon the schedule, either a run or a strength training. Once I done with that, I go to office by 9 a.m. So as I'm into sales, it starts with the daily meetings, the customer discussions, some of the strategy, and also travel a lot, at least monthly, twice or thrice. I travel out of the city. Yeah, the day will be completely busy with the follow-ups, meetings, and in sales there is no uh, clock as a kind of a full stop. It depends upon the day, and generally I try to wind up by 6:30, 7 o'clock if I'm in Bangalore.
So you go to the office, right? You work from office.
Yeah, all days.
So you come back home at around 6:37.
7:30 I'll be at home.
So the rest of the day is for the family.
Yeah, almost. I read a bit of books.
Okay. So at what time do you sleep exactly? Around approximately.
See, before 10 o'clock, for sure. So that's what I was just telling to one of my friend. If you text me at 10 o'clock, I'll be texting back only to you in the early morning, 5 o'clock.
Right. So it's around 7 hours of sleep.
Yeah, I try to have a 7 hours of sleep, but of late I've observed my sleep has reduced, or it has come down somewhere around 6 to 7, which I'm
Hmm.
just trying to
Right.
have at least good 7 hours of sleep.